cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A
the show.
hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston! Thought I'd jump up on a championship day 1 octave just for you boys.
That's good.
I'm Bob Tallman along with Andy Seiler and Boyd Polhamus. And listen, Super Series number 4, it's about to be in the books. This is a championship performance. We're going to know who's going to go on to a semifinals and who has to go to a wild card. So I want you all to pay special attention today. It's all about money moving on.
And Bob, throughout the course of this afternoon's performance, you're going to hear us say this a lot. He's got to be X. He's got to be Y in order to win enough money to go on to a semifinal. But I want to highlight a lady that doesn't have to do anything. She's won the first 2 rounds of the breakaway rope, and she's won enough money, she's in. This is Macy Young. She's roped both of her calves in under 3 seconds. She's got $6,000 in earnings. And if she were to win this round today, she'd be the first Rodeo Houston athlete to sweep the entire series. My money's on Macy.
Well, fellas, we've talked on and on about this being a tournament, right? So in any other sport, if you're in a tournament, you want to peak at the right time. Tyler Bingham just continues to get better as this tournament moves on. He was 70 in round 1, but this is the ride from last night. He was 84 points, and if he can continue to build on that and peak at the right moment, he could leave here with his first ever Rodeo Houston payday, and it'd be a big one.
And he's got a bull today, Andy, that's been ridden 3 out of the last 4 times the guys tried to ride him. So that's a good shot for Tyler. Let's go to the 4th member of our broadcast team. She's down on the arena floor. Hi, Patty Smith. Who do you have your eyes on?
Hi, Boyd. Well, right now I'm down here on the star stage where Lainey Wilson will be performing in just a couple of hours, but I have my eyes on Bryce Derrer. He's in the tie-down roping competition just behind us. He's currently ranked number 18th in the world, sitting number 1 in money after these first 2 rounds. In fact, he won last night, and at just 22 years old, he's the same age as his horse, and we asked him to tell us a little about that horse.
He's a little bay horse called Mini-Me. This is the first time we've been here. The first night he was a little spooked. Last night we got him dialed in and ready to go. He's 22. He acts like a 2-year-old and ready to roll.
And he is ready to roll tonight. So is Bryce. It is a crowded field, even though he's sitting at number 1, so he's looking to add to that money tonight, guys.
Thank you. He's loping a little of that nervous energy out of old Bay. I know what it's like to be 22 and act like you're 2 years old. It comes natural to me. Tie-down roping is how we start the competition on this Saturday at Rodeo Houston. Boot Barn is bringing it your way. The aforementioned Bryce Derrer. You just saw him speak. Here he is going to work off the back of Mini-Me. The 22-year-old horse does a great job of helping the cowboy finish his job. And at $37.50, he's $250 in front of Pruitt, $1,250 in front of the world champion Costa Brush Mitten right now, and Ty Harris fighting for that final 4 spot to advance to a semifinal.
Advancement happens on $1. Robert Mathis, the left-handed cowboy, has to win the round if he wants to stick around. You're seeing the only southpaw in the tie-down roping as he turns in his quickest time of this series at a 10-7. I don't know that will be enough. Oh, now they're telling us it's going to be a no time. See if maybe that calf came untied. Yeah, his rope's left-handed and ties left-handed.
Calf was able to sneak out of it, though, so Tough luck for a 49-year-old cowboy who earned the right to be here by tying a calf in 8.2 seconds back in October at Rosenberg. Let's take a look at the Heartland in Kansas, Mr. Tallman.
All right, Mr. Polhamus. I want to brag on Luke Potter a little bit. He is a Columbia River Circuit champion. That's way out west. 6th in the world last year. But with a bank account of $1,000 coming in, he advances only on money that we've been talking about. Second or better, that'd be $2,000 to $3,000. Oh, this is good, boys.
Woo! There you go.
How do you like that?
So as you said, he wants to finish second or better, and I think 9 flat would have been second or better in each of these first 2 rounds. You're looking at a 24-year-old cowboy, 6'2", 180 pounds, and just made a nice run to put some pressure on some other folks. So now if you were to project, Luke Potter would be at 4,000. He'd be looking pretty good.
Don't be projecting on me.
I'm doing with this.
Oh, the math. Okay, all right. I'm just double checking.
It's pretty tough to be inconspicuous when the numbers are jumping off the screen right into your face.
You know, I always talk about Boyd. I want him to be my attorney. Now today I want him to be my accountant.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Brush Benton of Winter Springs, California, won $2,000 in the first round. Had a no time last night. So this afternoon needs to finish third or better. Third would be $1,000. So you get $3,000 for winning the round, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for third, $750 for fourth, but the calf takes a step to the left. Now he has to get him up. String the front leg, gather and tie. 10 and 6. I think a little bit of the air came out of his balloon once that calf went left.
Yeah, and it affected his ability to get to him, handle him, but 10-6 right now would be good enough for second place. And if you look over here at their highest scores and times, you know, there's not a lot of them that have been longer than that.
All right, San Angelo, I call it the calf roping capital of the world. They rope calves in a lot of places, but not like at Angelo. Ty Harris, at the age of 25, has already proven what he can do. He started off as a resistol rookie. He split first and second at Salinas last year, and that's an arena kind of like this. As a freshman, he was the college national finalist champion. Boyd and Andy announced the rodeo in Casper to watch him do that. Here, reach. Now what are you going to do, boys? Hurry.
He is wrapping a hui. Nope. Wow. 1/10 of a second, and I thought some guys might do some gambling and take a wrap and a hui. He's not going to do that. He's going to take both wraps around all 3 legs, the last wrap around the hind 2 before he makes the knot called the hui, and it does what he needed done, 8.9. Now here's the thing. Up here where it says 1, 2, and 3 and it's projecting the payout, there's already 2 guys down that haven't went that have already won more money than the 3,000 that Potter and Minton are sitting there at. So it doesn't look good for those 2 guys at this juncture, knowing no matter what happens with Bryce or Riley, they're going to move in front of them. Here's the guy that's in no matter what. Hey, he's won $3,750. You're not going to be able to knock him out of the semifinals. So he's got nothing to lose. Bryce Deere of Portales, New Mexico. Oh, his rope. It hung up a little bit, leaving the chute. So he runs the calf past the 50-yard line. Going to try to make it up on the ground. But at 12 flat, that's going to put him in the number 4 spot.
As you said, though, he had already won enough money to hold him in position. If he can get a piece of this, if, Andy, there's so many ifs today.
It's a big if because what it does is it leaves the door open for the final 2. Riley Pruitt is almost guaranteed in himself as well.
Yeah, because even if Hayden Ford wins first, that'll take him to 32.50. Marcus almost has to win third to have a chance. So there's your money, $5,000, $4,500. as we stand right now. But understand, there's already a guy, and this is him, that has won $3,500. So he's going to bump Rushton Minton off this board no matter what happens. Minton will not be advancing because Pruitt has already won more. The question is between him and Costa, can they get Luke Potter as well?
If I'm one of those bottom two, I'm nervous watching Riley ride in. Good calf, good start. Now watch. One of the bigger cowboys that does this event, but he uses that size to his advantage. Holy cow.
Bobby
9 and 4. That'll put him in the top 3, and he's going to add to that.
Bobby T, this guy does everything correct. Holds that slack, foot in the stirrup, grabs the rope underneath his elbow on the way down. Groundwork is phenomenal, and he's just guaranteed he's going on 4,500.
Acts like his daddy, ropes like his daddy. Looks a little like him, too. His daddy a champion of the past.
So Marcus has got to win 1,250 at least. No, he's got to win 500 with Ty. So 5th place money right now.
Lloyd's coming up with that, with the figures we already know, 2,500 to his good.
Under 12 flat at this juncture.
The world champion, Marcos Costa. Oh, get him on the ground. That was quick. He got lucky. 1, 2, we're out of there. No insurance with 1 wrap and a half hitch. Watch this guy on the ground now. They try to keep the cab standing. This one was down. His timing was impeccable. Right there. Woo!
It's done. We know who the final 4 are going, even with 1 guy left to go. Because Costa, well, yeah, he might get bumped if Hayden Ford was able to move into the top 3. But for the most part, it looks like Harris, Pruitt, Darren Costa are moving on. Hayden Ford, even if he wins the round with an 8-8, would only have $3,250 in total earnings.
You don't watch soap operas. You're taking all the drama out of it, Boyd.
Oh, sorry about that.
I want to stand corrected to something I said in the opening that if you don't make it in this, you go to the semifinals. No, you get to go home.
21-year-old cowboy Hayden Ford of White House, Texas. Got a calf that takes a step to the left. Uh-oh, now the rope's on the wrong side of his horse.
Yeah.
Now he's going to go down the line, understanding that he is out of it for now, so he's just going to slow everything down, tie this calf, stop it at a 21 flat.
That was painful to watch. Ouch. Well, here come the highlights. Those who had to show up like Marcos Costa did. And they're going to let that world champion sneak into the number 4 spot. Tie-down roping is all about handling the intangibles. And at Rodeo Houston, where the stakes are so much higher because of the $2.2 million purse, Costa with a wrap and a hooey, and the gamble pays off. The focus, and then the heartbreak when things don't go the way you want them to. Here's the day. Harris, Potter, Pruitt, and Costa, and all of them are advancing except the last guy. Ty Harris is moving on. Riley Pruitt, Bryce Deere,
What a
Costa.
What a leaderboard it is, but the champion of it all with $5,000, they're going to keep it in the Lone Star State. It is Tom Green County's Ty Harris with that Arctic cooler and a Les Paul guitar. Jam on that thing, Ty Harris, the champion of Super Series 4. Thank you to Boot Barn for bringing it to us.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top competitors in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. When they conclude, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship. They join the others for a shot at the $50,000. The event winners from each Super Series will receive a 52-quart ultralight cooler from Arctic Outdoors and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston champions. And that's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Get ready for the bareback riding. It's coming up next.
Anyone who knows rodeo knows there's nothing more important than safety. That goes for our fans too. The Crown Royal Riders want everyone to make it home safely. As you enjoy Rodeo Houston, please make sure to always assign a designated driver. Crown Royal wants you to drink responsibly.
Thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our hard-working arena crew. They're down in the dirt on the chutes, making it all work behind the scenes.
Don't forget, captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. Tell you what, we'll make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Hey, look at the screens. I want you to wave. Come on, wave up there. Carnival Cruise Line brings us the cowboy cam. Oh, you're looking good today. Everybody going swimming? How about a little snorkel? That works for me. Oh, there you go. Aren't you happy to have those horns? My goodness, sailor. Everybody's in the Navy today. I want to say thank you to Carnival Cruise Lines for making the cowboy cam happen.
There are lots of things to do at the rodeo. You can have all kinds of fun. We got petting zoos, ag venture, so many things for you and your family to enjoy. Inside NRG Stadium, we are enjoying the bareback riding. What a competition it has been. Chevron has brought it to us up to this point. Who's won the most money? Clay Jorgensen. That cowboy has put on two great rides. $3,750 for his efforts, including that go-round win last night. But he's tied with Donnie Profit. Hot on their heels is Cooper Cook. Tristan Hansen hoping he can hold on to that number 4 spot.
Bobby T, this is going to be a dogfight. Start with the guy that's in. He's already won enough money to make it, so this is just padding it. Zipper Trick of the Servey brothers. Jorgo from Watford City, North Dakota. I like that flaxen mane horse.
Well, you have seen this horse in many, many places, and this man at Fort Madison are 84, 86 and a half on him. Zipper Trick, woo, right there. I mean, reared him back. He couldn't stay up against his rigging. That is flying right there. Oh, my goodness. 75 points just before he went flying.
So the other side of it, one of our cowboys that's not safe and needs a little more, Tristan Hansen. 28-year-old Cowboys, number 27 in the world standings out of southwestern Montana.
Andy, if he could finish second in this round, he'd be solid.
Bandana Babe from the Serbies. They were 83 and a half on this horse here already. Idaho's Jacob Lees did it. One of our judges gets a really good look at the ride.
He's riding better than we're giving him credit for. You and I remember him when he rode for the University of Montana Western and Dillon and made the short round of the college finals. Tristan has just gotten better each time, and a 78.5 point marking on this one. You know, folks, in a round like this, we asked the guy that is one of the co-leaders, Donnie Profit, how do you stay confident but not get overly confident?
You want to believe in yourself. It's like any other sport, you know. You have to have that belief in yourself and in your animal and kind of just let the rest of it take care of itself. And rodeo's so humbling. If you're cocky, it'll knock you down.
Well said. Here's Profit and our Watson's Wild Thing. like to see that yellow flag, Andy.
I don't either, because this horse was living up to its name from the Serbies. This paint gelding tried to pull every trick he could. Ducking, diving, kicking high and hard. They're throwing a score up, so maybe they're saying he got a free roll. 78 points. 78 is what they say for Donnie.
What's a free roll? That means the mark-out rule that is required of the contestant to hold the heels of his boots in the horse above the break of the shoulders through the first jump was waived. Here's a rematch from Sydney, Iowa. Ben Kramer, Max, North Dakota. Tino's Juarez. Ben came in with $500 won. He's got to be first or he's last. I mean, I hate to use the Talladega Nights line, but
That's all right.
if he ain't first, he's last. What are they going to give him, Bobby?
I'd say he's going to be at the bottom rather than at the top. He's 75.5. 75.5. I'm going to give his hair an 80. Yeah, I thought I'd get a response out of the in-house audience.
You can't be inconspicuous with that hairdo.
No.
And I love the fact that we judge so many things, but Bobby T has chosen to judge hair.
I'm not allowed to judge hair. I don't have any. Caleb Bennett, Corvallis, Montana. Young man's creeping up on the $2 million mark, but he's only won $12.50. Usually $3,000 is that cut mark. So we need a score in the 80s this afternoon to try and give him a puncher's chance at getting out of Super Series number 4.
Been pretty soft so far. 75, 78, and 75.5.
Family tradition. Leighton Berry, our defending champion, was 83 points on this Serby horse here already.
Is that Richie Champion right there? Help
Yes, it is.
Now make your move, buddy. Come on, Caleb B. Yeah. Oh, what a spur ride on a Saturday afternoon.
Whoa! Don't scare me like that.
No joke.
Caleb Bennett makes a great ride, but at the very end, he's going to get rocked over into his hand. He's going to get rocked to the right, and he can see the steel coming for him. Oh, man, double grab. Get out of there if you can. Woo! This will make him feel better. 83 points, and Bennett moves to number 1.
Well, after the punishment that he took last night after the whistle, I'm just glad to see him back in the business doing it. Going from a 35-year-old guy to a 19-year-old rookie, Jason Frost, Browns Valley, California. Put it on him, kid. Yellow flag on the ground, boys.
I think this horse gets a lot of people because of that big swoop to the right out of the gates. And that's when his feet drop down. You have to keep your feet above the horse's shoulders the first jump out. That's known as the mark out. And when he doesn't do it, he's disqualified.
Yeah, so watch. You're going to see the yellow flag on the right side. So does his right boot stay above the break of the shoulders when the front feet hit the ground? That does not. And now you'll see the yellow flag hit the ground over here on the left of your screen. And that means the judge busted him. There it is. The yellow flag and no score for California.
Love watching this next young man ride, Bobby. Yeah, get her up. Cooper Cook, Victor, Idaho. At 21 years of age, he's already number 4 in the world standings, trying to get to his first national finals rodeo. Now, he's already won $3,500. Let's see if he can hang out with Tarzan.
Go get you a second. Go ahead, get a first. Woohoo! This is Tarzan. Oh, my boy, is at some altitude.
That might be the best bucket horse I've seen the entire rodeo. Look at this horse get in the air. Followed up with the kick at the back. Power from the back, air from the front. Oh, they didn't like it at all. 79.5 for Cooper Cook.
I think Tarzan just did his call, too.
Yeah.
Well, they should have given him at least 5 points for being good looking. Partly blonde. All right, Mason Stuller. This kid comes from a little town called Veneta, Oregon. He is an Oregonian circuit champion. Got some money in Tucson, San Antonio the other day. What about the Duke, Andy? What about the Duke?
They've been as high as 84.5 on this horse, and that's exactly what Mason has to do. To give himself a shot, he's got to win the round. He needs to be more than 83 points on the Chocolate Bay horse to keep his hopes and dreams alive. And he did everything he could. I just don't know if it'll be enough to advance him.
Waiting the verdict from our contest officials. And your intuition was correct, Mr. Seilers. 77.5 is not going to be enough to advance young Mason into the semifinals. He's going home. However, the thing you need to know about bareback riding is we call it the most physically demanding contest in professional rodeo. Why? Well, when you've got 1,300 pounds of bucking horse dropping out of the sky, and all you can do to hang on is use your legs and your hand, the spurs roll up the neck, and then Caleb Bennett goes. Iron sharpens iron. That's biblical. Whoa, somebody might be getting a Defying Gravity award right there. And the other guy looks at his hand going, why did you betray me? Shaking his head, smiling with the great hairdo, and smiling because he survived. Here's the round. Bennett with 83 will get the $3,000. Cook, Hanson, and Profit. But who's advancing?
Here they are. Your advancers include Cooper Cook, Donnie Profit, Caleb Bennett, and Clay Jorgensen. Experience and youth all together. But here is the champ with that Arctic cooler and the custom guitar from Rodeo Houston. Jam on it, Cooper Cook. Rocking your way out of Super Series number 4 as the champion. Congratulations. Thank you to Chevron. They brought us the bareback riding.
Oh, coming up next, more rodeo action. It'll be team roping when we return.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for our rodeo athletes.
Look at here's a place for you to go. Sections 103 and 124. It's autograph time at the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau. 103 and 124. Get there.
Well, if you're thinking you don't have a ticket to every performance of Rodeo Houston, you really do. It's called Bally Sports. If for whatever reason you can't make it to NRG Stadium, Bally Sports is broadcasting every one of our performances. We're also live on Telemundo Houston, and I'd like to introduce you to the two guys that are calling the action up there. Hello, Enrique. Hello, Luis.
Saludos amigos a ustedes aquí en el NRG Stadium, saludos, feliz sábado. Vamos a Team Roping, doble lazo, Luis, en donde tenemos un equipo que está básicamente asegurado a la semifinal, ¿no?
Boyd, Enrique and I were talking about pressure. Now, Chad Masters and Wyatt Cook have $10,000. Would you push it or would you play it safe?
You're already in. You've won $10,000. Nobody can knock you out. You got to push. You got to go for more money. The more money, the better. Hey, we love hearing you on Telemundo Houston. Thanks for being a part of the Rodeo Houston presentation.
We are back with a beautiful audience. We'll see more than 70,000 people in here today. And it's team roping time. Here's the big deal. As it's sponsored by Mrs. Baird's and KHOU Channel 11. The team roping, it's Masters and Cox.
And here's the thing. Excuse me, Bob. They're the only team that's in. Okay, nobody else is safe. So it's a slugfest after Masters and Cox. Everybody else remains vulnerable to be beat.
Look at that to top. They're at $10,000. That's a lot of money. They're the first team out, Tennessee and Southern California, Andy.
And they set the pace. There is a head loop by Chad, heel loop by Wyatt. Gosh, they make it look like playing catch in the backyard. 5 and 4, no big deal.
You know, remember, Chad Masters won this rodeo in 2008. Well, it was 16 years ago. He was the champion of Rodeo Houston, and he's roping like he might be able to win it again. Now, I'm a little shocked that Clay Tryon and Caleb Hendricks have only $2,000 to their credit. They could easily bump it up to $8,000 with a 5.3 second run, and that's pretty much what they have to do.
They do. See what they can do. Clay's won this rodeo twice. 3-time world champs, got him on the front. Can we do it? We're gonna catch one on the backside. That's a 5-second penalty for only catching one hind leg, so it turns a 4 and 5 into a 9 and 5. So now they gotta sweat it out, but I don't think it'll be enough to get them out of here.
All right, let's talk about a day money run. We don't do that occasionally, unless you just got to win first to win it all. Crease Thompson, and they've got to do this. They've got no money. Crease Thompson and Rance Doyle on the left side of your screen.
When you say day money run, you're talking about winning all the money available that day.
Yes, sir. That would be today. Ooh! That purple rope went a long ways. That horse was fading to the left on him.
Now, if we get a few more of those, because guys are pushing Andy, you don't want to let Clay Tryon and Caleb Hendricks in that back door. They might be hard to get rid of twice.
It creates chances, opportunities, windows, if you will, for teams to follow. Jake and Douglas, they've won $22.50 each, so that's $4,500. Jake Smith, last year's winner in Red Lodge, Montana, his brother a world champ, and they've drawn a slow steer. See if they can utilize him. They'll do so. All is well. 4.7, one of the faster times we've seen this year at Rodeo Houston.
Yeah, thank you to the farm animal, because he barely broke out of a trot. But good job by the header, Jake Smith, to score his horse and not let that horse break the barrier. That's what you face on a slow-moving steer. Lots of times you'll end up with a barrier penalty, but Jake really rode his horse well, and now they're looking pretty. They might even win the series, or at least push for it. Now to Brady Tryon from Huntley, Montana, Calgary Smith. They come in with $3,000 in earnings. Right now, don't forget that Thomas and Shike have $6,000, so you can almost populate them on that number 4 spot for sure.
Just try to be clean, 5 or under. All seems so simple. They have been 4th twice in the 2 previous rounds. There's your nod. Now, Brady. Good reach. Another good. Whoa, no. He lost his rope with a neck catch.
Well, that just goes to show you the ropes are not tied on. He was trying to get his dally, and when you're moving that quickly left, it is hard to get it back if you miss it the first time. Jesse Booz, Kansas on the head side, Iowa on the heel side. There's our money board, okay? That's what we're talking about as far as our top 4 teams and who's advancing up to this point.
I just want to add, though, that Tryon and Hendricks and Tryon and Smith, there's already a team that hasn't went with $6,000 in earnings. So you can basically drop Tryon and Hendricks to the number 4 spot right now.
He's talking about the last team that's going to go today, Cole Thomas and Matt Shike. Could change it all.
Well, this team's only got $3,000. Whoop.
And you might be letting Clay Tryon and Caleb Hendricks in, and I'm telling you guys, you don't want to have to try to eliminate that team twice, because there's a lot of talent in it, and this is looking crazy right now. So,
all right, we're going to give you a look at what happened.
Oh, okay, I know what happened. Andy does too. Remember, there's little bitty pieces of string, basically thread, that keep that barrier tied together, and it looked like the barrier just busted. So there's going to be a rerun for Booz and Steinhook. Wyatt and Mitchell, you're due, boys. It's time. You're kidding me. You could have won a lot of money off of me if you'd have said Nelson Wyatt and Lane Mitchell will have 3 no times at Rodeo Houston. I'd have put 10 grand down and said, no way. You're 100% wrong. There's no way Nelson Wyatt and Lane Mitchell don't catch a steer. But that's how bad things have been for them in the Bayou City.
I'll take your 10,000, and you don't even have to bet me. No problem, buddy.
No,
Cole Thomas.
You can't win it unless you make the bet, Bob.
Oh, sorry. Matt Chike. I've never paid a bet to you anyway.
I like Bob's theory better than yours.
All right, boys. We made this call a minute ago. Now they've got $6,000 won. That's a bank account. They're third at the moment. Why not? Oh my God, he's a runner. Woo! Look at this. They did pretty good on that 10-1, Andy.
Well, you got to use what you have, what you've been drawn, and when you know if you just catch, you see those 3 no times, if you just catch, you're going to win more money. This is a businessman's run.
So let's do some quick business. Trine and Hendricks have won $4,000. They're done. The team that's got the rerun has $3,000 won. So in order to get to $4,000 and bump Trine and Hendricks, they've got to finish third or better. Well, there's a 4-7, a 5-4, a 9-5, and a 10-1. 9-5 or better, they got a shot at moving on. 9-5 or better, a shot.
And they're clean, too, Boyd. 7.6 with the greatest of ease. Nice roping on the extra, boys. Nice roping in the 7-6. Now watch how he handles that steer roped around the neck. Just eased him off. Didn't want to hit him too hard and swish him. Look at this. Get your rope on, get your rope up, reach. That steer dropped his head, too.
He did. And we had all kinds of action from some of the fastest times to some of the fastest cattle. As you see how they slow them down, dallying that rope around to stop the clock. As the elation of a shot at moving into the semifinals eludes some and goes to others. Smith and Rich with that 4-7 get the fastest check, or the biggest check on this night.
And that'll put them in the number 2 spot in the advancing board. Here are those moving on to the semifinals. Everybody else has to go home. Let's see if the band of Masters and Cox can play guitars. You're up, Wyatt. You're up, Chad. Jam on it. There you go. Be a little ZZ Top. Chad Masters and Wyatt Cox, the winners of Super Series number 4. Thank you to Mrs. Baird's KHOU TV 11. Got those Arctic coolers and those Les Paul guitars. But coming up, the classic event in the world of professional rodeo. We're busting them with the bronc riding when we return.
Make the most of your day at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. After the concert, take a fast trip on a wild ride, or relax and enjoy a bird's eye view of NRG Park outside at the carnival, presented by First Community. Relax in the Champion Wine Garden, presented by Frost Bank, and raise your glass with award-winning wines from around the world. Pick up your boots and dance to live music in the Hideout every night from 6 p.m. till midnight. The Hideout is designed especially for rodeo fans over 21. So stick around. There's something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Folks, we want to make sure you have a great time while you're here at Rodeo Houston. But if you have an issue or a concern, just send a text to 832-241-0202, and someone will get right back with you. That number is also posted on all 4 corners of the stadium.
I want to brag on our arena crew. Those are the talented men and ladies working the gates and chutes, handling all this equipment, and they are sponsored by Cavender's Boot City.
Great looking crowd on a Saturday matinee. We are back at Rodeo Houston inside NRG Stadium, and the Cowboys and the bronc riding. Got a bronc rein, a bronc saddle, a set of spurs, and 8 seconds to prove you know what you're doing. Energy Transfer brings us the bronc riding. And so far, so good for Q Taylor. He's won $4,000. He's in, so the day is just about padding his pocket with more money. Although Ben Anderson could pass him for the guitar and the Arctic Cooler. Brown and Wright round out the top four. Leon Fountain's on the outside looking in.
Leighton Green needs to make something happen and have it happen right now. The four-time NFR qualifier and Canadian champ is on a Survey horse called Boom Baby. Takes a little scoot, then will blow up in the air. This is the type of ride he needs in order to advance. Something north of the $2,000 mark, and this is the type of ride that could win the go-round for him. He holds that mark out until the horse leaps up in the air and starts kicking out the back. Numbers coming together, 82.5. Good ride for Leighton.
All right, gentlemen, with that kind of a start, I'm going to predict the Canadians are going to get a big piece of the money today, and here comes Ben Anderson from Eckville, Alberta. Wilhelmina is the horse. A year ago at 86.5 at Mitchell. They've already been 86.5 right here with Stadler Wright. You know what? I know he's got good money, won $3,500 coming in. Boyd, you put that together with what he's possibly could do 87, maybe 88 today, if this horse has the day it normally has.
You got to figure he's got to win. If he's 83, he takes the lead. That'd be another 3,000.
Yeah.
Go on, Ben.
It's smooth, too. Very smooth. Look at the kick on this horse. From the very first jump, Wilhelmina goes to kicking. Look at him reach and set his feet. Not as high as I might have expected. They're going to make him 81.
That's 2,000 right now, which would help him. You know, Ben, you just watched Travels with our next guy, Q Taylor. We asked him, do you prank each other on the road when you're traveling together?
We're pretty good to each other, but we get, like, just kind of seems like the rigs are against, well, prank each other all the time. Last summer in California, we put fish in one of our buddies' AC unit, so it kind of stunk that rig up for a while. But nothing between us.
So, yeah, you're good to the guy you're traveling with, but anybody else in another truck, that's what Al-Qaeda would call a soft target.
Everybody keep your eye on the traveling around Q Taylor. He's kind of fishy.
$4,000. He's been fishing in the right pond. Won red in California, split the Colorado State Fair and Rodeo in Pueblo. From Nanton, Alberta, Canada, Don Juan.
This horse has lots of buck-offs. He don't stub your toe. All right, Q.
First move was a little dirty, but he wasn't too bad after that.
Yeah, but that first move is what's going to get him out of whack. It's the survival of the fittest right here.
You could hear his partners cheering him on the back, 76.5. We'll see what that puts him in the survival mode.
It was that wicked move right there is why Don Juan gets a lot of buck-offs. So the first night, if you watch Rusty Wright, to all the lip readers, we apologize. He was really disappointed in what happened in night number one. He came back last night, stuck 84 points on his horse, and now he's got $2,000 won. He's basically got to win second, I would expect. So that would mean be better than 81. 81.5 on a horse called Hell on Wheels. Southpaw bronc rider from the Riding Right family.
There you go, lots of feet, lots of feet. That's what they're known for, the boys in blue. I'm going to say old Hell on Wheels had a pretty good day.
I would agree. You know, they averaged 78 or 79 on that horse. I bet you Rusty dressed him up for more than that.
There you getting a third look at it right there. You bet. You're right. 80 points. 82, 3 points higher than the average.
That currently sits third, so Rusty has to sweat it out. Watching guys like Leon Fountain. Corona, New Mexico, the Turquoise Circuit Finals champ. Comes in with $1,000 and two pretty solid rides, 81 and 82 and a half. Vitalix Sicilian Kiss. Now to add to the story, the horse he had, Rusty, the guy you just saw, his brother Ryder, has already been 83 points on this Steel Dust Gray from the Cervies this year at Rodeo Houston.
And they use him in the Barebacks and the Saddle Broncs too. Whoa, hard left turn out of that chute. There you go, Leon. A first place finish would almost seal the deal for him. So if he could be 83 points, that horse kind of had a hard left turn out of there, didn't he, Andy?
He did, but I love the way he pushes that hand forward. You see, he's not pulling on the horse's head. He pushes it forward each and every jump. 79 points. Not enough for Leon. He is fifth at the moment on the outside looking in.
All right, Houston Brown coming in here with $2,500. Just ease across there. The money board shows us Ben Anderson at 55, Q Taylor 45 behind him. Remember that money is now.
Right. This guy's got 2,500 one, so if he's sixth or better today, he's going to win $500. And that could knock Rusty out. Here we go. Houston Brown on the Mortician.
I'd say that's a little better than a $500 bucking horse ride.
Well, he split the win in round one with an 85-point ride. I don't think he'll be that many on this one. But he just moved to the number one spot at 83 points. And now Brown has set the bar. He's got the most money won now at 5,500. Rusty Wright is out. Leighton Green is on the bubble at 28.75. But right now, Spencer needs a first place check. But Andy, he drew the horse you can win first on.
It's a national finals bucking horse called Two Cookies. They were 83.5 on this horse here 1 year ago. That was the Australian Jake Finlay, and that score would put him in the number one spot.
They were 84 at the National Western in Denver. They were 86.5 in Mitchell. World champion bronc rider, Spencer Wright, Two Cookies. Now watch those feet. The higher they get up in the mane, the more those toes get turned out, the better the judges will treat him.
This Big Bay horse, as solid and thick as he is, has got the right action. And he put the spurs back to him while the kids are cheering him on. Uncle Spencer is 85.5 to the lead.
That was brother Stu next to nephew Rusty. And Spencer just took the number one spot. And that is just that puts him fourth right now with Jake Finley. That means Jake Finley's got to be 85.5. 86, actually. Jake Finley has to be 86 points. Did he do it on the wingman? Damian Brennan did 86.5 in Casper, Wyoming.
His horse is marked average 42 points. How does he reach? Oh, look at him set his feet today. Great job. He was disappointed last night, Andy.
Well, but Bobby, the only thing I'm concerned about, these first couple of jumps, the wingman kind of gets him over the front of his swells, and he's trying to catch back up. The judges didn't miss it either. 78 points for the past college champ, and Jake will be outside and not making it to our semifinal competition.
Well, Spencer Wright's going to take advantage of the right shot. There's Leon Fontaine. Now, when you go to reaching like this on the money day, every spur is a jump. But look at his little brother, look at his nephew. They're in the back riding with him every jump. Reach in, get 'em, boys. What a great bronc riding today. You're going to be all right, buddy. Yeah, a little sweat never hurt anybody. There's Spencer's 85.5 for 3. Brown, Green, and Anderson, guys.
But moving forward to the semifinals, Houston Brown by $250 over Ben Anderson. Taylor in hot pursuit. Spencer Wright wins the round. All right, the Arctic Cooler, the Les Paul guitar, it all goes to that guy. Houston Brown, Mr. Montana. Come on, go ahead and jam on it, Big Sky Country. Congratulations. Houston, we're proud of you. And we're thankful to Energy Transfer for bringing us the bronc riding.
We'll be flexing our muscles because the steer wrestlers are next at Rodeo Houston.
It's time for entertainer trivia. Answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2025 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
All right, I'm talking about captions. Captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. I want you to scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you right straight to our closed caption mobile app.
If you're looking for the best seats in the house, why not check out the Shoot Seats, presented by Hess. They are right behind our bucket chutes. Howdy, everybody.
Speaking of bucket chutes, let's talk about bucket lists. Things you must do while you're at the rodeo, and that is visit the Fan Zone. It's presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got two sections. You can get autographs in 103. You can get autographs in section 124. You also can see the Rodeo Houston Championship saddles up close at both locations and pick up a beautiful Rodeo Houston buckle. You'll get autographs from Miss Rodeo America, Miss Rodeo Texas, Shelby Pearson, who carry the American flag in our opening ceremonies, and, of course, the Cowboys. They're up there as well. So put it on your bucket list. Come see them at the Fan Zone.
What a great view of our drone show that is happening tonight and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. presented by ExxonMobil. It is such a beautiful, beautiful display. They've added fireworks this year, over 400 drones, but we are flying inside NRG Stadium too with the steer wrestling. The big boys are coming in, courtesy of our friends at Mattress Firm. Who's done it the best up to this juncture? Jacob Talley. He is creeping up on the $1 million career mark as a steer wrestler, but this is a pretty talented field, fellas.
When you take Talley at the top, there's not a lot of space between there and Don Payne. Rob and Harmon, I hope you get a check today. Let's go to Oregon's Blake Knowles. He has not had 2 rounds that have been that good.
I think that was the steer Jacob had yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's the same time, 5.4. This steer did not run hard, and 41-year-old Blake Knowles, smart competitor, just does his job. He came in with $2,500. It looks pretty good. If he places with that 5.4, that he'll be moving on to a semifinal. Let's go to Big Don Payne, Stephenville, Texas. When I say big, I mean 6'4", 245. You do not want to get behind this boy at a buffet. You'll be left with Brussels sprouts, and that's about it.
And they'd be crumbles. 6'4", 245. How big are you? How quick are you? This is not all about big. It's what you can do athletically once you get to that steer. Here's Don Payne. Now watch him drop. Pull. 5-2. He'll take to the lead by 2/10.
Well, with $1,000 won, he needed a quick time. This steer handles a lot quicker, comes around easier than the steer you just saw, so that's very helpful for Don. Now, Cody Harmon's in the same boat. $500 from round 1. No money last night with a 10-3. The number 21 Cowboy in our world standings. And the reason we bring that up, for those of you that may be new to our sport, the top 15 in every competition in our world standings qualify to the National Finals Rodeo. So they're trying to climb the ladder, if you will, come the end of the season. But right now we're trying to get out of this Super Series. Horse puts him where he needs to be. You gotta hustle, Cody. 5 and 7, and he's gonna break the barrier. Did not give the steer a proper head start. 15 and 7.
You mentioned the National Finals Rodeo. We often refer to it as the NFR. Here's a look at the barrier. And you can see it's still on the steer. It's not a judgment call. You can tell how the barrier was tripped, whether the horse or the cowboy did it. Now, the NFR or National Finals Rodeo is our Super Bowl, our World Series. You can't become a world champion unless you make it there. This guy has been there 5 times. He's leading this Super Series. You want to talk about big? 6 foot 230.
And he's got the right attitude. Oh, Jacob, take your time, take your time. No need to be in a hurry there. Oh, he did. He backed her up, nodded at the same time. That helped him at the line, but he broke the barrier. As I said, he was backing him up and then left at the same time. Next is Nick Guy. No. Let's go to Jace Melvin. We had a chance to talk about his steer wrestlers, Sharon horses.
The best horses win a pile in the steer wrestling. So yeah, everyone's pretty good about helping each other out and letting you ride a good one. And I'm blessed. I've gotten to ride a lot of good ones.
The horse is everything. He puts you where you need to be. And Jace needs to be north of 3,000, 16.25. Second place check would be outstanding. Let's see if we can be 5 and 3, maybe even quicker. Apply pressure to those to follow. The steer falls slowly to the tune of 6 flat. And now the waiting game begins for Fort Pierce, South Dakota.
Yeah, look, we're already looking at Tucker Allen with 27.50. So really, Jace will not be advancing because Tucker hasn't went yet, and he's already won 2,750, which is more than Jace has got, even if he holds on to that third place finish with a 6 flat. Speaking of guys that are rising stars, check out this Utah kid. When I say he's a kid, I mean he's 20 years old. But what he's done already in 2024 is amazing. He's last year's Resist All Rookie of the Year. He won money in Okeechobee, money in Jackson, Mississippi at the Dixie Nationals. Picked up 3 checks in San Antonio. So Cash Rob has been robbing people of cash in every rodeo he's been to.
Cash today, and he's going to do it again. Oh, the little grizzly bear just knocked one down at a 4.4. Wow, 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 wow. Penalty free.
So our next cowboy is Nick Guy. He missed his steer on night 1. He won money on night 2. We asked him, how do you come back from a bad night or after a bad run?
When it goes bad one night, you got to just brush it off and forget about it and come back. The nice thing about rodeo is you get another chance the next day most often.
He's sitting good. If he places 3rd or better, he's got more than just a prayer. So right now, 3rd would be faster than 5.4. That's what you were putting on Nick Guy's plate. Faster than 5.4. I hope he drew a good one. Come on, Nick. Bear down. About a second off the clock and what he really needed to do.
That steer was heavy. Watch him. As big as Nick Guy is, his steer is heavy. He got him. When you can catch him with their feet off the ground, you can pancake one like that. It doesn't work every time. All right, here's the Tucker Allen run, Andy.
Tucker split the round night 1 with a 4 and 4.
Got to be 6th. So in order to knock out Don Payne, he's got to be 6th. So right now, first is 4.4, 5.2, 5.4, 6 flat, 6.4. He's got to be faster than 6.4.
I'd say the Hollywood stuntman's got a good chance of doing that. 20th in the world a year ago at the age of 24. Here's a guy that flies motorcycles off the top of fiery buildings.
Love this gray horse he rides. Those ears perked forward. He's trying to hustle, knowing he needs a little more money. 5.9. Everything is good, and so is Allen. He does just enough to advance in the last run. Super Series 4. I love it.
He knocked Don Payne out with that run, and by $500, he will be moving on, and Payne will be going home. Steer wrestling, yes, it's grit. Yes, it's grind. It's 200 pounds of man versus 600 pounds of beast. And it is hard on your knees. It is hard on your thighs and your chest. But if you can flip them like a coin, you can get wealthy in a hurry. Oh, we're grinning from ear to ear when things go well. There's Caius Robb, last year's Rookie of the Year, the youngest guy in this series. However, who wins it? Who gets the Arctic Cooler and the Les Paul guitar?
That will be Cash Robb with that run he turned in tonight with Jacob Talley, Tucker Allen, and Blake Knowles. I want to see our champ. There he is, and there's the Arctic Cooler and that guitar. Jam on it, Cash. Excellent work winning Super Series 4, and the Steer Wrestling Mattress Firm brought it to us.
You won't want to miss what's coming up next. It's the ladies in the barrel racing.
Wondering what to do after the show? Head outside to a one-of-a-kind beer garden and enjoy the official beer of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo at the Miller Time Bar. Discover a unique rodeo oasis. Come unwind with a hard seltzer or beer at the Topo Chico Hard Seltzers Oasis. And if you've worked up an appetite, head on over to the ranch for a casual or fine dining experience. So stick around. There's plenty to do and something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Check the screens for the answer to the trivia question. The winner will be announced on March 17th.
Hey, look at here. It's the Carnival Cruise Line. Cowboy Cam with Leon Coffee. Oh, everybody gets a mustache. Girls, you get hats as well. Oh, they said, could we do something else? Right here. Give a little girl one. Right there. Put it on her. Oh, she's waiting. Oh, there. They're Howdy fans today. Howdy. He likes everybody. As we say, thank you to the snorkelers from Carnival Cruise Line. Yeah, they float the big boats. There's your sailors.
Back inside NRG, we want to look outside over to where the poultry show and poultry auction took place. Unbelievable amounts of money spent on our grand champions and reserve grand champions. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Don't forget about the livestock. And we feature it in the barrel racing. Great horse flesh for a great horse race from the WPRA. It's sponsored by S&B Engineers and Constructors, and so far, so good if your name's Shelley Morgan. You're looking at an NFR champion, an American champion, a four-time NFR qualifier, a graduate of the University of Texas at Tyler, and she's got that beautiful pink hat. It's been working magic for her. She's a grand better than Halen Lyde, Sissy Wynn in Hot Pursuit, along with Rochelle Riggers, Keela, Jackie, Gracie, and Sue. They've got to show up today.
It is a tight race at the top. Sissy Wynn of Chapman Ranch, Texas is part of it. She's won $3,000. She was $14.84 last night. The number 11 cowgirl in the world has a sorrel horse that is running the pattern well. One more turn. Come on, Texas. 14.56. That is her fastest run yet. Oh, boy, this is getting good.
Well, when you're on the top of the ground and you set a course like that, every one of the next 7 to go are going, oh, my God. Are my spurs on tight? Shelley Morgan, you know how to do this. She's already got 5,001. Come on. Ooh, she was a 14.6 1478 last night. All right, Houston, let's help her. Go, 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 go. Oh, she beat her time, 1474.
All three runs were under 15 seconds, and all three got faster than the previous run. So that's good news for Shelly. Look, if Rochelle Riggers could place second or better, she's got a prayer. So the Lewiston, Idaho Cowgirl is looking really right now at a 1473. That's really on the clock. She has to be 1473 to give herself a fair shot of advancing. Lewiston, Idaho. Ox for the left-hand barrel first. That's legal. Just got to follow it up with two right-hand turns. Remember, you can touch the barrel, you just can't tip it. Idaho, the gem state, on the move. 3 smooth corners for Rochelle Riggers. And 1525 will be her longest run of the week.
Stay with the gem state, Blackfoot, Idaho's Sue Smith. 3-time national finalist who has not won a check yet. Here's another one I would have lost a bet on, 1534 and 1577. Sue needs to win the round. If she wants to apply pressure to those to follow, she needs to be 1455. Buckskin horse starting with a left-hand turn, picks it up nicely. Fast feet, now 2 right-hand turns. I like what I'm seeing, Sue. One more turn, let's head northbound. So far, so good, 1482. That puts her third in the round, but she should get money tonight.
Yeah, at this juncture, that'd be worth 1,000, but I don't know. Not with Halen Lyde left to go. Matter of fact, that's where we're going to go to next. From China Spring. It's not plural. China Spring, Texas, Halen Lyde. She's won 4,000. She's in. She split the win at Denver with Haley Kinzel. She's been making consistent run after consistent run. 1471 on the first night. Come on, Miss Halen. The Texas Cowgirl with a 1477. She's now third. That drops Smith to fourth.
All right. Let me slip a lady in the list here for you, boys. It's got a vision. Just like her husband, the world champion in the calf roping. Got to be second or better. Kayla Costa. 1473 is the mark she's running at. A little bit wide, but never let him slow down. Switch hands, go to the left. Come on, she's a Texan. Let's help. And a girl, kick, 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 kick. 1529. Longer than she wanted.
Well, with 2 to go, they both have got to finish second or better. They both have won $250, right, Andy? 2,000 is sitting there. So to get above 2,000, they'd have to win second. So the mark right now is 1473.
Here's the first of those two, Jackie Ganner of Abilene, Texas. Past Resist All Rookie of the Year in 2015. She needs her fastest run yet as the bay horse goes to barrel 3. Come on, let's ride. Crossing that line, stopping the clock at a 15:07, and that will not do it. Just a little too long.
It did, because magically she knocked Kayla out of the 4th place finish, and so now she's moved into that with 1750. So that means this one has to be second or better.
IDs to the gate. The last couple have been a little bit wild getting the start. Grace Gardner, North Texas. Here's the champion from Grand Island, Nebraska.
Second or better.
Second or better. That's a beautiful first turn. Nothing wrong with that one. Now do it again. Texas girl, Texas girl. Woo! Get the whip down. 1477. Now that'll tie for third and fourth right now.
This competition is so fast, they literally measure it down to the 100th of a second. Fast horses and talented cowgirls trying to stay as close as they can to the barrel without knocking them over. There's a $1 million lady and a very talented horse getting around that third barrel as they dig in the dirt. There is Sissy Wynn with one of the fastest times we've seen this year at Rodeo Houston and a 14:56, but here's who advances.
Well, we're looking at 7,000. Shelly Morgan, everything she touched has been money. Sissy Wynn, Halen Ladd. Now, we're talking about the Arctic Cooler and the Les Paul guitar. None other than Shelly Morgan, happy, happy, happy cowgirl. It was all brought to you by S&B Engineers and Constructors.
Let's stay with the cowgirls, shall we? This time it's breakaway roping, where the rope breaks away from your saddle horn after you rope the calf. It's presented by Oxy and Macy Young. I talked about her in the open. She could sweep. And man, she's shown that she can rope them in under 3. And there's been very few people who have roped a calf under 3 seconds here. So if she wins tonight, or today, she'd be the first one to do it. Sheik, Wilson, and Engesser all in hot pursuit. We start with Engesser. Second or better is what I think she'll have to do before the night is done in order to advance. She's got to be one of the top 2 times. Spearfish, South Dakota is where she calls home. Comes from a cowgirl and cowboy family. She's been to the finals twice, 22 and 23. And that dog won't hunt. The loop would not fall over the calf. And so tough luck for Taylor.
I know we've talked about surprises as we're in an advancement round, but Erin Johnson, our inaugural champ, the lady that won the first ever breakaway roping title here at Rodeo Houston 2 years ago, and a 3-time world champion with no money won, that truly is a shock to me.
I agree. I want you to watch the concentration on this lady's face. Everybody uses the term, it ain't my first rodeo, it's not hers. Here is a horsewoman. And, oh no, loop did not go over the nose of that calf. Left front leg stepped in it, took it away. Dang it.
So, rough luck, because it doesn't pull tight in a bell collar catch. The left front leg gets caught up in it. Now, there was a mathematical way where Tiffany Shike could get knocked out of the semifinals. But after Taylor Engesser missed, she's now in. She's won $3,000, and there's nobody going to unseat $3,000 from being in. And but that is our third no time in a row. And in the words of my Hall of Fame partner, Bob Tallman, this thing's falling apart like a $2 suitcase.
Feel like we're entering the twilight zone.
Well, let it be WW take you out there from Wyoming.
Willow Wilson, 4-4 and 2-9, 22.50 for the blonde-headed cowgirl from the Cowboy State. She was in the top 3 coming in on money one. She sits number 12 in the WPRA World Standings. Horse stops, rope goes on. That's how it's done. 3 and 6. Nice clean run. She's guaranteed another paycheck.
So what do you do, Bobby, if you're Macy?
Well, when you think you've got $6,000, just put it in the bank. Come get another 3. Macy Young, Whitman, Arizona, as good as she roping, your college champion, Boydie.
Yeah, that's a decade ago. The thing of it is to be the only athlete at Rodeo Houston
that could sweep
your series. That is rarely done since 2007, when we've had 5 Super Series tournaments in each one of the rodeos. Very few athletes, male or female, have ever swept their series.
Oh, she hit that line hard. Look back, look back. Did she get out? She's smiling. You have just watched the fastest run, if I'm correct, if she's clean. The fastest run of the rodeo, 2-2.
No. It's even more than that. It's the arena record. 2.5 used to be the record. 2.2 for Macy Young. She's not only on pace to sweep this series, but also own the Rodeo Houston breakaway record.
Nothing like a mic drop, right? Sawyer Gilbert of Buffalo, South Dakota. Just watch that. She's got $750, as Bob pointed out, banked. But that's not enough. She needs at least another 1,000. So that would be third place. But I don't want to leave anything up to question. I know you guys don't either. So let's go ahead and beat the 3-6 and get in between the top two ties.
Yeah, make that shirt. Second pace enough to make it work.
And let's be honest, the 2.1 arena records are arena records for a reason. They're usually not easy to beat. So don't go for the 2-1, go for the 3-5.
Here's Sawyer.
Yeah. Let's see if our coaching pays off. Well, that puts her at 27.50 right now, and she's currently holding on to that 4th spot, which means the last two ladies are going to have to beat that 2.8 if they have a prayer. They're both going to have to be 2.7 if they want to unseat Sawyer.
Here's the last Texas lady, Texas Circuit champion, Jordy Edens. I don't want to see a frown on her face when it's over in the highlight reel.
I love this bay horse she rides, Bob.
Boy, look at his eye. You don't think he's not ready? His hammer's cocked. Yeah.
He looks kind, too, doesn't he?
No, he really does. But what she's doing is she's trying to free him up. She wants to make sure when that left hand drops that he is ready to fire across the line.
You know, people underestimate, everybody looks at the roping arm, right? But equally important is that left hand and how you score that horse to make sure you don't get a barrier.
She pushed him through it. She was going for the 2-2. Said, I got nothing to lose. Give it a try. Give her a hand, folks. I want to see her smile a little. I want her leaving here feeling bad.
So, Allie, I would just tell you, young lady, that if you catch the calf, you're guaranteed to place 4th. Okay? So that'd be another $750. The chance to advance, though, means you got to be 2.7. If you really want a semifinal appearance, you're going to have to be 2.7 today. Allie is a Southwestern Oklahoma State University standout competitor as a breakaway roper, a goat tire, and a team roper. Fire. You got it, kiddo. Oh, so close. That'll put her 3rd. That'll be worth another 1,000. Jump her up to 1875, but not enough to get Sawyer.
What a breakaway roping we got to see. We talked about it at the top of the show, and everything came together. History made in Super Series 4. First cowgirl to go from the last one as they give chase to the calf. Trying to meet that mark, watching the rope pop off, then looking back to see if it all worked out. Smiles and frowns. You get the good and the bad with this type of competition. You also get a little bit of great with that 2.2 and a brand new arena record for Macy Young. Another $3,000 payday.
But here's who is advancing. Here's who gets the Arctic cooler and the Les Paul guitar. It's, look at this. She's got a special guest with her. Isn't that sweet? Macy Young with the arena record and the Super Series sweep. She is your champion breakaway roper, and her little girl is jamming on the guitar. Thank you again to our friends who brought us the breakaway. That would be Oxy.
Doesn't get any better than that. Hang on, everybody. We're getting ready to ride some bulls.
See those busy men and women working the gates and setting up equipment? Say thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our arena crew.
I want you to go and meet all of our friends. There's Nick Guy signing hats, talking about the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Now, it's Section 103, Section 104. There's Caleb. Everybody's getting a new hat today. You got to go up there, folks. Take the kids, take the family, take the camera. Section 103, 124, thank you, the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jeff Askey. I'm here at Rodeo Houston competing in the bull riding because I'm tough and durable and ruggedly handsome. Part of what keeps me held together is the sports medicine team. But it's a great thing that Houston Methodist provides that sports medicine team, fix them up, tape them, and get them feeling better so that they can compete with me, the tough guy.
Ruggedly handsome. I love it. Y'all are more than handsome. You're beautiful. It's not even inconspicuous that you're beautiful. It just jumps out. I had to get Bob's word in for him.
What a great looking audience and a great performance of rodeo, but it is not over. It's bull riding time. Rounding out Super Series 4. And why not say thanks to Rock and Roll Denim? They bring it to us. Who's been riding them the best? Tyler Bingham. He is 2 of 2, trying to remain perfect, riding 3 of 3 in this set. But he is also matching up with guys like Trey Kimsey, Braden Richardson, and Trey Benton. It is a fight to the finish.
It really is, because those bottom 4 guys still have a shot. 3 most important guys in the room. You're staring at them right now. On the left is the guy we refer to as the greatest of all time. From Meeteetse, Wyoming, say hello to Dusty Tuckness. In the middle, a several-time NFR bullfighter from the great state of Wyoming as well. That is Nate Justice. And on the right, as Andy likes to say, the fastest man on cleats. That is Bo Sheets.
And then there was one. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Hall of Famer, the one and only Leon Coffey. Good to have you. Oh, yeah, could get that. Thank you very much. You too.
We begin with one of the Cowboys that was at the top of that money board, Braden Richardson. He was 85 points, 1 round to go to win. Second go, Super Series 4. Full send, the 4-year-old bull that bucks off 88% of the Cowboys that try.
But it's a good thing he's riding right-handed, because the only 2 men who've ever ridden him rode right-handed as well.
Watch him get it on to the right, get your left foot a hold. Oh. It was coming back. Oh, that hurt.
That hurt.
Drove him right into that post.
And you don't think bulls are smart? He's sensing that if he keeps going to the right, this guy's going to ride him. And he wants him off his back. So he says, let's try you to the left. Watch, did you see the face mask of his helmet go straight into that post? You talk about punch drunk. Watch it, you'll see it here. The face mask, bam!
Well, for those of you who want your boys to ride bulls, get them the right equipment. That helmet, the padded vest. Oh, he's not smiling today like he has been. Thank God he's up.
Big thank you to our team at Houston Methodist for assisting, making sure that our athlete is taken care of. We're so thankful to have that medical team. Whew. All right, everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Jack Gilmore of Ironton, Missouri. Love the name of this bull. Money Talks.
Yep, the other half of it is BS1. He's got to win first, folks. He's won 0 money so far. Trey Benton was 86 on this bull here a year ago. Colton Kaufman, 87 at the Mountain State Circuit. And we're 0 for 2. The bulls have come out swinging. And in the first 2 attempts, they have been knockouts on Braden Richardson and Jake Gilmore. The battle continues with 6 more men to go.
As we go next to Trey Benton, we asked him, what would you tell an up-and-comer about this rodeo?
Just whenever you come to NRG Stadium, it's whether it's first time or your 12th time, it never gets old. It's a great rodeo, and it's like home to me.
Should be for the Richards Texas Cowboy. Had a chance to get on this bull at the National Western, but couldn't get to Denver in order to get it done. The bull has an 81% buck-off rate. His name is Old Sun. No, excuse me, this is Guard Rate. I am all over the place, aren't I? This is Slinging Shots. 7-1, 86% buck-off. The only time they rode him was for 72 points.
Looks like he has a little bit of a bad disposition, too. We're going to roll up to Jordan Hansen, Alberta Cowboy, and the Canadian champ, on a bull called Mayhem. This bull's already bucked off. Cannon Craven's here.
And Andy, I like this bull because he's got 2. Let me tell you something. The bullfighters better be on their game when this ride ends, because this bull has got the Mayhem attitude.
He's aptly named. No problem. Now you see him patting him right there. He's just trying to agitate him a little bit amongst those 3 flies that are on him. How good is that camera shot?
You know, the one thing I think we see in bull riding more than maybe bareback and saddle bronc riding is these bulls will play some head games with you in the bucket chutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we've all seen the commercials with the guy that says Mayhem like me.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I think this bull is aptly named Mayhem, because usually you could leave there with a Band-Aid over your right eyebrow.
That's a set of clown stabbers on his head. TB3, or Jordan, pardon me.
2 times this bull's been ridden was by left-handers. Southpaw Cowboy with that maple leaf flag right there on his right shoulder. Trying to get Mayhem to pick his head up.
He's won $900,000 in the United States and that much more in Canada.
Yeah, he's my big surprise in the bull ride that he hasn't got one covered yet.
There you go. Now get your feet, right foot. Too late.
Here comes the Mayhem.
I thought we told him.
We did. But I think it's toughness, isn't it, that ends up grabbing this bull by the horn? He's going to grab the bull when Jordan goes down. No, you know, it's Justice. It's Justice, Nate Justice, that grabs him. And then the bull goes like, yeah, you want a piece of me?
Yeah, that's a grab back.
That's an old school looking rodeo bull, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like, easy, biggin'.
They're laughing about it. We're going to go on to Trey Kimsey. The guardrail.
We have not ridden a bull yet.
Trey Kimsey, you are good for $3,000. Why don't you just go ahead and ride him? Get it over with.
Amen.
All good?
I'd like that immensely. There's no known stats on this bull, Bob. We can't find anything out about him.
I was just going to say, I bet he knows something about him. Oh, Trey Kinsey, Rocky Mountain Rodeos. Oop. Good job, boys.
Look at the amount of centrifugal force this bull puts on him as he pulls him over the front end. That is a wicked left turn as he kicks out the back. Those feet come loose. Thankfully, the bull misses him. And another great job by our bullfighters to step in.
I have an idea. Y'all can concur or disagree, but we've yet to ride a bull. I think there's about $7,500 in the purse. If nobody rides, I think the three of us should get it.
I'm down with that.
I'd let you guys have an extra 500. I'd be happy with 2.
All right, Ernie Bob, we want to see the backflip stallion. Ernie Bob course in Okeechobee, Florida. The bull is called Mixed Signals. My money's on Ernie. Come on. Come on, Ernie. Come on. 6.62 seconds.
Well, he got him a good check last night for 1,000. Right now, that's third. Oh,
that's actually fourth. Because we got 3 and 2 down here on guys that hadn't gone. Yeah, he's sitting on the bubble is where he's at.
We travel back to TB3. Here's Trey Benton III of Richards, Texas. Slinging Shots is now cooperating. $2,000 is what Trey's won. He can get a pocket full of cash just by making it. What a belly roll.
Amen, Andy. You mentioned this the other night. Bulls have a little trick we call a belly roll. It's basically like being a wrestler and rolling your shoulders to get somebody's weight in a different spot. Watch this bull roll his shoulders right there. And he just slung TB3 into the dirt with that wicked belly roll.
I like to say that'll break an egg in a big chicken, but that rooster walked away. He's fine. Jace Trosclair, Chauvin, Louisiana. This is a rematch. The last time he had this bull, he lasted 4 seconds. That was in Mitchell, Nebraska. Now you watch this big red. He is a house. Woo! Go, go, go! He's there and stepped away.
How about it for the youngest bull rider here? 21-year-old Jace Trosclair, the youngest kid in Super Series 4. He's gonna get his first ride, what might be enough depending upon the score, to get him to move on. Let's see how big that number is. It needs to be at least 84 points, I believe. 82.5. And for now, but Tyler Bingham has ridden 2 already, and that would bump him. It's going to be close. Trey Benton is the one on the outside looking in. Here's Tyler Bingham. He's ridden both of his bulls. He could be the only man to ride all 3 bulls in this Super Series. Let's make some history, Stallion.
Let's get it second sweep. Oh, yeah, it's working. It's, oh! Woo!
Clock says 8.
How close was that? My, now you watch this bull try him. Bull knows he owns him. Outside foot, get a hold right there. Oh, and he happy-footed him. He chopped him on the last jump. That's feeling pretty secure to do that. Marking coming. Tyler.
Hello?
Hello, computers. Hello.
By the way, the cowboy that was carried out by the Houston Methodist Sports Medicine team is okay. His back's a little stiff, Braden Richardson, but he's going to be all right. So that's good news on the injured athlete that we saw earlier. Still waiting on the final verdict from the judges on Tyler Bingham.
He's already caught his breath.
He's going to win the series because he's going to, 85.5. So that means he's going to win this round as well. Did Jace Trosclair sneak in with 2,000? It appears that he did. He beat Trey Benton's score at 76. So here's today's competition. Bingham and Trosclair, $3,000, $2,000, but overall money advancing to the semifinals. Tyler Bingham will lead the way, taking Braden, Trey, and Jace with him. And now let's go down and give that Arctic Cooler and Les Paul guitar. Hey, come on, Tyler. It's worth some money if you jam on it. Come on, man. Show me what you can play. No? Okay. He's the stoic type.
Yeah.
Thank you to Rock and Roll Denim for bringing us the bull riding.